You've heard this so many times, I know. Circumstances don't matter. Doesn't matter if SP said this, doesn't matter if the situation is that, they don't matter. And I know it's so easy to hear, but it can be really hard to internalize and put it in practice, right? So today I want to give you a very digestible understanding of why circumstances don't matter, the best way to deal with it in a way that eliminates your resistance. All right, so let's get to it. Why do circumstances not matter? Your circumstances are not just a product of a past state of being. They're actually dead. So I saw someone say this on Reddit actually. Circumstances are dead. And that is so powerful because that's exactly how you should think about them. I see a lot of people try to change their reality by trying to change what's right in front of them right now. And that's not how this all works. So here's some analogies. It's like trying to beat a dead horse and telling it to wake up. It's like trying to water a plant that's already dead. It's like trying to change the plot of a movie that's already in theaters, already projected on the screen. You don't create from your current circumstances. The only thing that you can create from is your state of being that you're choosing this very second, in this present moment. I know a lot of people have difficulty in dealing with their unwanted circumstances right now. So, how do you deal with them when you don't like what's happening in front of you right now? This is the most important thing I will say. I don't want you to reject your current 3D or pretend it didn't happen. Many coaches will tell you to ignore the 3D or flat out reject it or pretend it didn't happen, but in my experience, that actually can create more resistance. Not always, but a lot of times it can, especially with an emotionally charged topic like the SP or a career or essentially anything that you have more attachment to. So what ends up happening is I see a lot of people desperately affirming over their fears, their anxieties, and their worries, which means that they can actually be creating from the state of fear, anxiety, worry, lack. But the truth is, whatever you resist will only persist. They will come back. So instead, what I want you to do is accept the circumstances as they are. And I say accept in quotations because I'm not saying to accept that they will be here forever. It just means to accept what is. Don't hate it, because the more you emotionally react to it, the more resistance it can create. Yes, it might not be what you want right now, but just accept that it's a reflection of the past. And if you do have negative emotions, accept them, sit with them, make peace with them, let them flow through you. The more you sit with these emotions, the more the fear will actually dissipate. They will leave you once you no longer reject them, because by rejecting them, you're actually giving it more attention. Let these negative emotions dissolve naturally on its own, and once you can get to a more neutral state, that's when you can do your focus work. So the affirming, the visualizing, whatever you want to make yourself feel good and focus on the intentions, the future that you want. One of my favorite chapters in Florence Scovel's book, The Game of Life, is the law of non-resistance. And she says the exact same thing. So let me just share this quote with you. So long as man resists a situation, he will have it with him. If he runs away from it, it will run after him. This means agree that the adverse situation is good. Be undisturbed by it, and it falls away of its own weight. none of these things move me is a wonderful affirmation. The inharmonious situation comes from some inharmony within man himself. When there is in him no emotional response to an inharmonious situation, it fades away forever from his pathway. And this is so in line with my own experiences because the times where I saw my manifestation come the fastest were the times where I thought, consciously or unconsciously, I thought, okay, I don't have what I want right now, but that's okay. I might be feeling really horrible, but I am accepting what is, and I'll be happy when what I want does show up. But for now, I have to just accept that this is my reality. So essentially what I'm doing is being indifferent to the current circumstances. But it's exactly this state of indifference to the present unwanted reality that creates the wanted reality. And I really want you guys to think about that. Okay, so I'll say one last thing to really hammer this point in because I know some of you might be triggered right now. I was taught to reject my circumstances, not accept them. If I accept them, won't it manifest more of the same thing? No. This is the reason. The reason is that there are infinite realities for you to select at every given moment. All realities already exist. And all of these realities have no inherent meaning. They're just sitting there side by side for you to choose from. Now, I know it's not as simple with an SP or a career, the so-called bigger manifestations, but the law works the same way for everything, as you know. It doesn't differentiate because, again, there is no inherent meaning to any circumstance. Alright, so I hope this video helped you in some way or another, and if you liked it,